I'm Injita and you're watching Simply Vegetarian. In fact, today I wasn't prepared at all for a recipe video, but since I was preparing dinner tonight, I just changed my mind, and why not share this healthy homemade pasta shaped chow mein with you all. So I'll show you quickly how I've been doing it. I've kept the ingredients ready, so let's see. First thing I have done here is prepare a dough out of all-purpose flour, and this dough has been resting for the last 10 minutes. It's a simple dough with just 2 ingredients. All-purpose flour I have taken around 1.5 cups and some room temperature water to knead the dough, and the dough should be neither too hard nor too soft. It should be pliable and a bit elastic. Secondly, we require some cornflour for dusting. Also require a big plate and a knife or a pizza cutter. Now I'll be dividing this dough into portions. If you have a big work surface, you can roll out this whole dough at once. I'm dividing them into small portions so that I can roll them out very thin. Before rolling them out, one thing I need to do is I've placed this pot with enough water with the stove on so that it'll come to the boiling point while I do the rest of the work. First, I'll start without dusting the corn flour. As I'm rolling, you can notice here the dough is neither too sticky nor too hard to roll out. The consistency is just right. Now is the time to dust some corn flour and spread it, roll it out and make it thinner. The corn flour will play a very crucial role here. It will help to enlarge the dough easily. You must have noticed when you roll out a plain all-purpose flour dough, once you roll them out, it shrinks back. But here, the corn flour will not let that happen. Now this seems thin enough. I'll cut them into long strips. I'll give you a closer view. Before I place them on this plate, I'll sprinkle some corn flour to avoid sticking with one another, and repeat the whole process. Cut them into equal strips, dust some corn flour and continue. Having done all, this is how it looks. They are all loosened up, none of them are sticking. But if you find they are sticking to each other, you can always dust some corn flour, not too much. Now by this time the water has come to the boiling point. It's time to boil these noodles. Now the water is boiling. Before adding them, just make sure to lower the flame. Add them slowly and carefully. This recipe I would like to mention here. I learned this a long time back while I was in school from my uncle, my father's eldest brother, and since then I've been loving it, and I do prepare sometimes. Need to stir them very slowly, lest they break into pieces, cause this is the eggless one. I suppose the ones with egg are more durable than without. Point here is not let them stick at the base. So keep stirring occasionally and slowly. And of course cook them for maximum 4 to 5 minutes, not more than that, because the pastas are very thin in texture. Now another step while the pasta cooks, Need to keep the strainer ready at the basin to strain them and wash. Drain them carefully and wash over the cool tap water. Now before I start cooking the chow mein, here are some of the ingredients ready. My boiled pasta, oil, any flavorless oil, this is not an olive oil, salt as much as you require. Then this is a mixture of dry herbs. This is optional. It's a mixture of parsley, oregano, and I suppose this is a pasta ingredient, but no problem. I'll use it in chow mein. Actually adds flavor in it. This one is garlic paste. This will also enhance the flavor. And soybean sauce. I'm using dark soy sauce. Some freshly chopped coriander, or you can use onion greens, scallions. Then I have here thinly sliced carrots and green bell peppers. Also sliced onions. I'll use the small pan to stir fry the vegetables first. Keeping the heat on medium high and adding 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil. First goes half a teaspoon of garlic in the oil. Let them splutter in the oil as it relieves its aroma. Then adding onion. At this point you can even add slit green chilies if you feel like, or best you can use crushed chili. That is if you want it hot and spicy. Or else you can do one thing, at the end you can use chili sauce if you have. But today I am not using any of them. I want to keep it plain and simple. Just combine the onion with garlic and oil. That's all. You don't need to cook them or fry them, as we need to add the vegetables and then stir fry it. Adding bell peppers first. This was 1 medium sized, and the carrot I took only half. Salt as per your taste. I'll sprinkle half a teaspoon over the vegetables. Stir fry for some time, for 1 or 2 minutes. Adding carrot as well, and follows rest of the ingredients. Dried herbs I'll sprinkle over, around half a teaspoon. But this one is completely optional, as I mentioned earlier. If you don't want, you don't need to add. Sprinkle black pepper powder instead. I'll transfer these to a larger skillet because I need to accommodate all the pasta as well. I'm adding 1 more tablespoon of oil. So altogether I've used 3 tablespoons. Time to add the pasta noodles. Here I would like to mention one thing I skipped after washing the noodles is I didn't apply any oil in it to avoid getting greasy and messy. Instead, what I did is, before adding with the stir fry, I washed this once under the cold water. So now it's ready, all separated. Plus I'll add them in batches. Sprinkle some more salt over it. And a tablespoon of dark soy sauce. Now mixing gently all together. Vegetables, you can use beans or even peas, cabbage. second batch of noodles on the top. I'm doing so as not to damage the noodles. A pinch of salt again, then mix them all well gently, and then it's ready to serve. Sometimes I would add tomato ketchup together, or even Thai chili sauce that tastes better, and even vinegar, 1 or 2 tablespoons of vinegar. But I'll not use vinegar today. I'll sprinkle some lemon juice before serving. So it's very simple and easy as that. Best to be served hot with tomato ketchup or sauce of your choice. Sprinkle some lemon juice if you prefer, and garnish with green coriander or spring onions. So this pasta cum chow mein I'm going to try, and let me check. So this is how it looks. You might not get this at the restaurant. It's become very tasty. Comparatively, this is far more healthier than the restaurant bought. Why? Because I'll tell you, most of the restaurants, they add MSG, popularly known as Ajinomoto or umami I suppose in Japanese, to add extra flavor in it, so that when you add Ajinomoto in it, you want to have it more and more. You can even try with the whole wheat flour, but the result may not come as fine as this one, as the all-purpose flour. So now it's dinner time for us. So let me enjoy this. You make yours and enjoy.